Hello everyone, let's start with your adult general passport application. First of all, you need to download PPTC 153 form. You can get it online or you can click on the link in the description and get this form. Once you have it, you need to fill out all the personal information like your surname, given name, any former names. If you have one, you can mention it. If not, you can simply write not applicable or can leave it blank. Once it's done, you can move on to the surname of parents at their time of birth. And afterwards, if you have any travel plans, you can simply mention in the anticipated date of travel, month and day. If not, you can click on unknown. Once it's done, you can move on to the applicant's place of birth. You can mention city, country. If the place of birth is outside of Canada, then writing the province is not mandatory, but if it's inside Canada, then you need to mention the province. Once it's done, move on to the date of birth. You can write your date of birth, gender, and afterwards is the natural eye color and height. If you're not sure, you can simply check your driver's license and get this information about the eye color and height. Next comes the home address. Whatever is your home address, you can simply mention complete address. And mailing address, if it is different from your home address, then only you need to mention it here, otherwise you can leave it blank. Afterwards is the email address. Email address, you can mention your email address where you want all the correspondence to be sent on. And next is the telephone number, and afterwards it says sign within the border. So even if you type this form out, you still need to get the printed form. And it needs to be signed with the black pen or a dark blue ink. I would prefer a black pen instead. So you can, once you have this printed, you can sign in the white area, and then date signed at can be handwritten. And one more important thing, everything needs to be in capital letter. Next comes the declaration of guarantor. So your guarantor needs to be fill all these information. So guarantor surname, given name, date of birth, Canadian passport, date of issue, date of expiry, relationship to the applicant. It could be a friend or a neighbor or a colleague. You can click on the link in the description for who can be a guarantor. Next is the guarantor's home address. And again, this form needs to be printed, so signature would be handwritten by the guarantor with the black pen or dark blue ink. And I have known the applicant for this could be handwritten at least for 2 years, and then date and sign as city or pro. One more important thing in here is that once you have this done, your photograph needs to be signed by the guarantor. So at the back of your photograph, both the photographs needs to be stamped and one of it needs to be signed by the guarantor. So next, let's move on to the previous Canadian travel document. If you are renewing your passport, you can write yes and write your Canadian passport number. If it's your first time, you can simply click no. Next is if you are renewing your passport and if you want the passport to return it to you, then you can check yes. If not, you want them to destroy it, you can simply click no. You can do either of. Next comes the proof of Canadian citizenship. So if you are citizen by birth, you need to mention your birth registration number, date of issue. But if you got the citizenship certificate, Canadian certificate is issued, then you can write the certificate number and date of issue or effective date of your citizenship. And on or after February 1st, 2012, submit the original or a copy of the certificate with your application. So you need to add your citizenship certificate. Next is the part F to be completed if you were born outside of Canada. Provide one of the listed document, Canadian citizenship certificate if issued before February 1. If these of the things is applied to you, you can mention it, otherwise you can skip it and move on to the next part. Documents to support identity. So these are your documents. So you can have your driver's license in here, right? Driver's license number, date of expiry, and your name as it shows on the document. Another type could be a health card. So in Alberta, there is no expiry of the health card, so you can simply leave it blank, and then your name appears as it appears on the document. And next is the signature of applicant date. So again, the form needs to be printed. Next comes the validity. If you need your passport for 5 years or 10 years, you can check one. And afterwards is the address in the last 2 years. What was your address in the last 2 years? So the one that I clicked, same as current home address. So you can click in here and then yes. Usually it just pop the address here, but in this case it's not. If that's the case, you can write it, you can type it in and have it done. Afterwards is your occupation in the last 2 years. If you were employed full-time, part-time, if you were in school, or if you were unemployed, retired, or a homemaker, whatever situation applies to you, you can simply mention it. So in this case, you need to write employer, address, telephone, field of employment or studies, date from, date to, so until to when. Next is the references. So references cannot be your relatives nor could be your guarantor, so you need to find two additional person who could be your references. So again, references: surname, given name, relationship to the applicant, address, and for how many years they have known to you. All these informations are required. And again, once the form would be printed, you can mention the number of years. So references doesn't have to sign in any of your document or a picture. It's only the guarantor who is required to sign the document as well as your picture photograph. One more thing, if you are sending your documents by post, then your guarantor needs to sign all the copies of your ID. Afterwards is the emergency contact information. So you can write the surname, given name, relationship to the applicant, phone number, email of the person you wish to have as an emergency contact. And once it's done, print this form, sign the application, and boom, it's all done. Next are the requirements, basically the checklist, what all things you need to submit with your application. So first is all 3 pages of this application form completed and signed, with 1 page certified by the guarantor. So that's the first page. And afterwards, again, 2 photographs. 1 must be certified by the guarantor. Afterwards is the proof of citizenship. So if it's a birth certificate or if it's a Canadian citizenship certificate, then you need to add a copy of it. Please ensure that your citizenship certificate starts with the letter K or X. If these are the case, then the copy of it would be good enough. If not, then you need to add your original as well. Afterwards is the documents to support identity, or original or copies. If it's the copies, then it must be signed and dated by your guarantor. Afterwards is the valid Canadian travel document. So again, if you are renewing it, it's your passport. And 2 pieces of IDs, could be driver's license or health card or whatever you have. And next is so if you scroll down, here's the credit card information. You need to complete this only if you are sending your application by post. If it's in person at Service Canada, you do not have to complete. So if it's by post, again, write your name as it appears on your card, name of applicant, card number, signatures, and date. For official use only, these needs to be left blank. And that's all about it. And now where you have to submit it. So again, you can go in person at Service Canada office or Passport Program Regional Office. You can get this information online, or you can check out the link mentioned in the description. If you're applying by mail, then here are the 3 addresses where you can send it. If you are in British Columbia, Yukon, Northwest Territories, then that's the address. For all other provinces, the second one is the address, and if it's a courier, then the last one is the address. And that's all about. Hope you apply for your Canadian passport easily and stress-free. Subscribe for more.